beach and doing projects going. So we're very happy he's here today. Say a few words. Please welcome Colonel Michael Bliss.
Well, good morning. I had the opportunity to meet the mayor here, and he mentioned now Major General Mike Weir, and I relate to him that there was a young Captain Bliss in 2000 that reported into Fort Stewart, Georgia, to then a Major Weir, who was our executive officer from that. And to hear that how we crossed paths down there, and most recently, I crossed paths on him on a dredge down in the Mississippi River, keeping up and open the channel for navigation down there. So it's just I couldn't let a Marine Corps have a story and not have an Army story to come back at it. But thank you for that. Thank you, Mary. 2 years ago, I met Commissioner Martin, and I don't know if he recalls, but I brought in a stack of agreements. And these agreements are what set the groundwork and the financial commitment. It allows us to go forward to one, procure the money on the federal side, and two, it gives them the ability to have confidence that we're actually going to build something, and therefore work on getting the easements for that. And so in true fashion, and what you picked up in the passion from Commissioner Martin is hey, okay, Mike, when are we going to start? I said, well, I got the money. I didn't get the money, Congress did. They give me the money. I got an amazing team that has the design out there. Keith Watson is my project manager on that. I've got contracting officers that can make it accomplished. There's this thing called fiscal year end that's going on right now. I got a lot of people back in the office sweating out over many actions and millions of dollars to be awarded at the moment. As the fiscal year ends for us tomorrow. And I said, hey, okay, sir, when can you have access to the beach area? Now, in some countries I've been in, and I've been deployed around the world, that would have been enough. I had the money, I got the resources, I'm the military. What's the problem? I'm going to go after it, right? I'm going to go it. The fact of the matter is, we have what? We're not that. We're the United States of America. We have a due process on that. We don't just violate property owners' rights, and we just don't step over that and go on for that. And so there's a process to that. And I asked, just to give a round out, I heard 300 more parcels out there that were donated or given granted access on that. And some people didn't have it, and that's our right as Americans. And I look at that, and it was probably, I don't know, in the tune of 1,000 parcels. So I was given the resources, I was given the money, I was given the authority, I got my marching orders, I got a full team of people that can do the design. You had the heavy lift, sir. My gosh, did you have the heavy lift? And I look across at these great mayors in here, and my gosh, you guys had a tremendous amount of lift on that. So for me, you just give me the resources and the military might that we have behind it, and we have a great American military, despite what anybody wants to tell you. I'm happy and proud to be able to wear the uniform on that. And you can see it, when we put it in, we put the might behind it, we'll accomplish it. And we're going to accomplish this. 11 million cubic yards of sand. I try to get my brain around that. And that's just, it's like funny money, right? 11 million cubic yards of sand, 13 plus miles. I asked my team, I said, okay, give me some context on that. And they said, well, hey, you're a chemical engineer, why can't you figure it out? I said, okay, good point. But help me out here. And from that, so I don't know, we're at the dividing line there, but I'm not from the state of New Jersey, but I am a state of New Jersey resident now, and I happen to live close to Philadelphia. And but I am a resident originally from the state of New York. And so I don't know where the dividing line is, but we're going to choose to use Lincoln Field because we are the Philadelphia district. Philadelphia district. Eagles, go Eagles. And so, am I going to be lynched on the way out of town? Aren't you from Boston? The fact of the matter is, the amount of sand until you can do that will fill that stadium, and it's a nice stadium. It'll fill it 3 times over. The amount of sand. That's what we're going to put in there.
So, Colonel, that's like 2 giant stadiums then, right?
Okay, so I recognize I am now closer to the state of New York than Philadelphia.
Actually, no. It's less.
Since we're talking football fields, if you were to pile up all the sand on a football field, it would be 2 times the tallest building in the world that we have on that. That's amazing. We have 11 million cubic yards. If you have a 10 cubic yard dump truck, that would be 1 million dump trucks running up and down the roads, putting sand on there. We have this process. It's a proven process for that. It's not the only engineered solution out there. There's other ways to do it. We've proven up and down the shoreline that it is a way to do it. It has the most economic way to do it for it. Intuitively, I say we're going to put sand on a beach and we're going to expect it to erode. And the answer is yes. That's what we're going to do. And the reason we do that is because we account for the erosion, and we know that we have a long-term commitment out to 50 years, and we're going to have to go back for it to re-nourish that. That process is like not the only thing you can do out there. You can do many other tasks of that. The fact of the matter is the economics, when you play it out over 50 years, it is not as economically feasible as this solution. And so we don't have the only solution in town. I can tell you it's the one that is working, it's proven, it's a long-term commitment. We're here to do it. My team, amazing team that I have behind us, and the 500 personnel that work for me in my district, we're going to get it done for you. I appreciate it. Building strong, Army strong.